Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python programming series. In the previous lecture, we learned about conditional statement such as if else, elif, nested if, ternary statement and match case statement. Now we will learn loops in Python. Loops help us execute the same block of code multiple times without writing it again and again. Let's get started. What are loops? A loop is used to execute a block of code repeatedly until a condition becomes false or all elements of a sequence are processed. Python provides two types of loop: for loop, while loop. For loop. A for loop is used to iterate over a sequence like a string, list, tuple, or range. Syntax: for for then variable in sequence, then indentation, then code. Let's do an example. If I write for I in range 5, for I in range print I. Let's run this code. I get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here range 5 generates a sequence of numbers starting from 0 up to but not including 5. So it gives us 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 numbers total. In each round of the loop, I takes the next value from this sequence and print I displays it. Round 1, I is 0, prints 0. Round 2, I is 1, prints 1, and so on until I is 4. After that sequence is finished and the loop stops. Remember, range 5 starts from 0, not 1, and it stops before 5, not at 5. Let's do another example of for I in range 1 comma 6. Let's run this code. When we give range two values, the first is the start and the second is the stop. Range 1 comma 6 starts from 1 and goes up to but not including 6. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is useful when you want to start counting from 1 instead of 0. Let's do another example. If I write 2 comma 11 comma 2, and if I run this, then I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. When we give range 3 values, the third value is the step. It controls how much jump after each round. Range 2 comma 11 comma 2 start at 2, stop before 11, jump by 2 each time. So we get 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, all even numbers. Simple way to remember: first value is start, second is stop, and third is step. If you use a step of -1, the loops count backwards. We will see that in the practice programs. Looping through a string. Let's do an example. Name equal to Python for ch in name print ch. Let's run this code. We get python. A for loop does not only work with range, it can go through any sequence, including a string. Here, in each round of the loop, ch takes the next character from the string Python and prints it. Round 1, ch is p, round 2, ch is y, and so on until all 6 characters are printed. This is a very clean way to go through a string, one character at a time. Looping through a list. Let's do an example of looping through a list. Fruits equal to apple, banana, mango, for fruits, for fruit in fruits, print fruit. Let's run this code. I get apple, banana, and mango. Same concept, but now we are looping through a list instead of a string. In each round, fruit takes the next item from the list and prints it. Round 1 apple, round 2 banana, round 3 mango. The loop stops after all 3 items are done. This is one of the most common way to use for loop in real Python programs. Going through a list of items and doing something with each one. Looping using index with length. Let's do an example. For I in range alien len fruits print fruits I. If I run this code, I get apple, banana, and mango same. Alien fruits gives us 3 because there are 3 items in the list. So range alien fruits becomes range 3, which gives 0, 1, 2. In each round, I is the index number and fruits I gives us the item at the position. Fruit 0 is apple, fruit 1 is banana, and fruits 2 is mango. The result is same as the previous example. While loop. A while loop executes as long as the condition remains true. Syntax: while, then condition, then colon, then indentation, and then code. Let's do an example. Count equal to 1 while count less than equal to 5, print count plus equal to 1. Let's run this code. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We start with count equal to 1. The condition is count less than equal to 5. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So Python enters the loop print 1. That then increases count by 1. Now count it 2. Check again. Is 2 less than equal to 5? Yes. Print 2 increase to 3. This continues until count becomes 6. Then the condition 6 less than equal to 5 false and the loop stops. Notice count plus equal to 1 inside the loop. This line updates the variable. Without it, count would always stay at 1. The, the condition would always be true and the loop would never stop. This is called an infinite loop. Now, example 2. Let's do this example. Num equal to 5 while num greater than equal to 1. Print num minus equal to 1. Let's run this code. We get output 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we are counting backwards. Num starts at 5. The condition is num greater than equal to 1. We print num, then decrease it by 1. Using num minus equal to 1 in loop 1, print 5. Num becomes 4. In loop 2, print 4, num becomes 3. This continues until num is 0. Then 0 greater than equal to 1 is false and the loop stops. Infinite loop. If the condition never becomes false, the loop runs forever. While true, print hello. Let's run this code. While true, print hello. This loop is infinite loop. Here output is infinite. So the condition is here is just true, which never changes and never becomes false. So this loop will keep printing hello forever until you forcefully stop the program. Nested loop. A loop inside another loop is called a nested loop. Let's do an example. For I in range 1, 5. For j in range I. Print I, print. Let's run this code. We get output 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. The outer loops run with I going from 1 to 4. For each value of I, the inner loops run I times. and prints the value of I. When I is 1, inner loops runs once, print I. When I is 2, inner loops runs twice, print 2. When I is 3, inner loops runs 3 times, print 3, and so on. Print I comma end equal to inverted comma. The end equal to inverted comma part makes sure Python does not go to a new line after each print. Instead, it puts a space. The print and brackets at the end of the outer loops moves to the next line. This is the basic idea behind all pattern programs. The outer loops control the rows, the inner loops control what is printed in each row. Practice program 1. Print number from 1 to 10. Let's run this code. For I in range 1, 11, print I. We get output 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. Range 1, 11 starts at 1 and stops before 11. So we get 1 to 10. The loops print each number one by one. Simple and straightforward. Notice we use range 1, 11 and not range 1, 10 because range stops before the second value. So to include 10 we must write 11. Practice program 2. Prints number from 10 to 1. Let's run this code. From 10 to 1. I in range 10, 0, -1 and tab print I. Colon. This is a countdown. Range 10, 0, -1 starts at 10. Step before 0. Step is -1, which means go backward. One step at a time. So we get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The step value of -1 is what makes this go backwards. Without the step, range only goes forward. Practice program 3. Print the multiplication table of a number. Practice program 3. Multiplication. We have to make a multiplication table using for loop. Num equal to int input enter a number for I in range 1, 11 print num comma one comma x comma I comma equal to We take a number as input. Then we loop from 1 to 10 using range 1, 11. In each round, we print the multiplication num into I equal to result. If I enter 5, the output will be 5 into 1 equal to 5, 5 into 2 equal to 10, 5 into 3, all the way up to 5 into 10 equal to 50. Inside print, commas separate the different parts. The number, the X symbol, the value of I, the equal to sign, and the result. Python prints all of them with a space between each. Practice program 4. Print the sum of first n natural numbers. Let's run this code. Sum of first n natural numbers. N equal to int input, enter a number, total equal to 0 for I in range 1, n plus 1. Total plus equal to I. Print total. We take a number n as input. We create a variable total and set it to 0. This is our running total. We will keep adding to it. The loop runs from 1 to n. In each round, total plus equal to I adds the current value of I to the total. If n is 5, round 1 adds 1. To round 1 adds 1, total is 1. Round 2 adds 2, and in round 3 adds 3 to the total, and total is 6, like this. If I write 5, I get 15 as the output. Notice range 1, n plus 1, because range stops before the second value. So to include n itself, we add 1. Practice program 5. Print even numbers from 1 to 20. So let's do this. For I in range 1, 21, 2. Print I. Let's run this. We get here we have to write 2 instead of 1. Let's run this. We get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. Start range 2, 21, 2. Start at 2. Stop before 21. Step it 2. So we jump by 2 each time. Output 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. All even numbers from 1 to 20. Using the step value of 2, is the cleanest and most efficient way to print even numbers. Practice program 6. Print odd numbers from 1 to 20. So let's do this. For I in range 1 comma 21 comma 2, print I. Let's run this. We get 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19. Same idea, but this time we start from 1 and step by 2. So we get output 1, 3, 5, 7 to 19. All odd numbers from 1 to 20. The only difference from the previous program is the starting value. 2 for even and 1 for odd numbers. Practice program 7. Print a square star pattern. So let's do this. For I in range 5, for j in range 5, print star comma and equal to print. Let's run this. We get the star pattern of 5. Output a 5 by 5 grid of stars. The outer loops runs 5 times. These are the 5 rows. For each row, the inner loops also runs 5 times, printing one star followed by a space each time using and equal to inverted comma and space to stay on the same line. After the inner loop finishes 5 stars for that row, print brackets moves to the next line. Then the outer loops starts the next row, which results 5 rows and 5 stars in each row, a perfect square pattern. Practice program 8. Print a right triangle star pattern. So let's run this. For I in range 1 comma 6, for j in range I, print star comma and equal to space print. Let's run this. We get a triangle pattern. The outer loops runs with I going from 1 to 5. The inner loops runs I times. So the number of stars in each row equals the row number. Row 1 I is 1. Inner loop runs once and print 1. Row 2 I is 2. Inner loops runs twice, prints 2 stars. Row 3 3 stars printed. Row 4 4 stars and row 5 5 stars. This creates a triangle shape. The key idea is the inner loops runs I times and I increases with each row. Practice program 9 prints number using a while loop. So let's let's do this code. Count equal to 1 while count equal to 10 print count plus equal to 1. Let's run this. This does the same thing as practice program 1, prints number from 1 to 10, but using a while loop instead of a for loop. Counts starts at 1. The condition is count less than equal to 10. We print the number count. We print the count, then increase it by 1. This repeats until count reaches 11, at which point the condition becomes false and the loop stops. This shows that for loops and while loops can often do the same job. The choice depends on what is more natural for the situation. Use for when you know the sequence. Use while when you are working with a condition. Practice program 10. Print the factorial of a number. So let's do this code. Num equal to int input, enter a number, fact equal to 1 for I in range 1 comma num plus 1, fact into equal to I, print factorial equal to fact. The factorial of a number is the product of all numbers from 1 up to that number. For example, factorial is 5 is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, which is equal to 120. We start with fact equal to 1. The loops from 1 to num. In each round, fact into equal to I in multiply the current fact by I. If num is 5, round 1, fact 1 into 1 equal to 1. Round 2, fact 1 into 2 equal to 2. Round 3, fact 2 into 3 equal to 6. Round 4, fact 6 into 4 equal to 24. And round 5, 24 into 5 equal to 120. Final output 120. We start fact at 1 and not 0, because multiplying by 0 would make everything 0. Always initialize the multiplier variable to 1. Summary. Today we learned what are loops: for loop, while loop, infinite loop, nested loop, looping through strings, looping through lists, using range and alien, 10 practice program. Practice these practice these examples by changing the input value to understand how loops work. In the next lecture, we will solve more loop practice program and pattern questions.